Hello, this is Steph. Thanks for joining me today. I am going to give an overview of my finances for November, how we close things out. But before I start, I am starting a new habit. So this is a daily savings habit tracker, and I am trying to get in the habit of saving daily. So I am going to put $1 in this tracker today. I've got it sitting here. Today is December 3rd. Color it in. And then this just started this month. I've got $3 here saved. This tracker is was a gift to me from Lisa at the YouTube channel Lisa Grateful Me. She gave this to members of her channel as a Christmas gift. So I'm love being a member of her channel. I love the items she shares with us and our member videos, and highly recommended if you're not already a member of her channel. So I just wanted to get that little habit out of the way, and then I'll start with where I'm at. So this is my budget for November, and I'm actually for the most part, pretty happy with how things turned out. I'm going to start with the top part. These are my fixed expenses, and I have them set up in a cash management account that the bills get paid automatically, so I don't have to think about that. I just have to make sure there's money in there to pay the bills. So my first expense, let's see here. Let me do this. So my first expense was, is this the one I wanted to give you? This is not the, yeah, this will work. So this is, so I have a car wash service. I paid $59.99, and then my power is on a level pay plan. I pay $56 a month for electricity. My internet is Sparklite, and my regular bill is $75.84. I have Verizon for my cell phone service. I paid $129.16, and then I paid in the city I live in for water, sewer, and trash monthly. And I was still watering my lawn during part of this period, so my bill was a little bit higher, $120.32. This is the only bill that I have on here that's variable. Intermountain gas is my power, or not my power, it's my natural gas, is how I heat my home. I have it on level pay. I pay $32 a month. And then I had one scheduled payment to my student loan provider, Advantage, of $70. I actually did end up paying more than that. This is my tracker here. Let me see. So I paid Advantage 70, then 50, and then 58, and then 50 again. So yeah, quite a bit more. And I ended up the month in this account. This is an interest-bearing checking account. I had 64 cents of interest, and I ended up with $2.28 in that account at the end of the month. But I'll just restock. For the new month, I need $5.60, so I'll add that in there. I am trying to build up a little bit of a reserve so that next summer I'll have this water bill, kind of have a buffer in there. This $112 is an average of the last 12 months. But so yes, I'm going to carry this $2 over and see if I can, build up a cushion in there for my water next summer. And I've got this covered up because I started filling out the December already, and I didn't want to confuse you. So that's what's going on there. And then in terms of this rest of my money, this is all sort of my discretionary funds. I keep some of it in a debit card account that earns interest, some of it in cash, and some of it in savings. So I put $40 into my savings account for what I'm calling like a vet pet medication bill. And so I didn't use any of that money this month, and I add the interest for this account to this pot. So it was $2.21. So now in there, I have $117.61 for any vet expenses. And this Christmas is like a gift account. I did make one gift purchase, so I now have $559.81. I also have some cash in there, so I'm squared away for the most part for the giving that I want to do in December. I haven't started yet allocating any money in here to auto insurance or travel, but I am in December building up my sinking funds with cash for these amounts. So I will be transferring money over to once it meets a threshold, probably about $100 or so, to start earning some interest in this account. So that's where I'm at in terms of my savings. And this is my spending, this amount right here. So for food, I gave myself $70 in November, and I overspent that a little bit. I was doing pretty good, and then I ended up going to, right at the end of the month, I needed to go to Walmart, and I spent $119.99 plus the rest of the cash. I had $4 worth of cash in my cash envelope. So I emptied my cash envelope out last week or the other day when I was setting up my envelope for December. So I had $4 left. I used that, and then I ended up with $19.99. And so I did end up overspending my food by $20.66. I gave myself the interest that I earn interest in this debit card account too. So it was 80 cents. I tried to help myself out there, but I did end up with a negative. And I am going to carry that over into December. I'm going to subtract $20.66 from the balance I start out December with. And then my pet food, I just make one purchase with my debit card, and that's to Chewy each month. And I did go over a little bit. I knew I was going to, but it's what I needed to get. So I did end up with a negative $4.94. So that I'm going to carry that balance over. And I have already scheduled my Chewy for this month, and it's much lower. It's like $84, something like that. So I'll definitely be able to absorb that negative. And then my subscriptions, I have a subscription to that Quarter Shop. I have, this is my cloud storage on Amazon, 99 cents. And I have a YouTube subscription for $3.99. So I ended up with a positive $8.83 left over in subscriptions. I'll carry that over. And I gave myself $35 this month. I'm only giving myself $30 in December. And self-care, I left all of my self-care budget in spending. I didn't give myself any cash in November, but I did end up, I stayed in budget on this one. So I ended up with a positive $13.90 in self-care. And I'm taking a bit more out in cash in December because I'm getting my hair cut, and I need to buy some shampoo at the salon as well. So healthcare, I just had one healthcare expense. It was dental. Most people get their teeth cleaned, and insurance will cover 2 dental cleanings a year. I happen to like to get my teeth cleaned a little bit more than that. So a third cleaning in the calendar year cost me $80 out of pocket. So that's what that was. And so I have a positive balance in health of $77.47. And then I am going to be adding $100 to that again in December. So I'm trying to I don't anticipate any healthcare expenses in December, but I'm trying to build it up so my account so I have everything starts over in January. So gonna need some spending money. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you, I think that takes care of all of these expenses except for the money that I put towards savings challenges. And I did do that. So I have a lot of money sitting in binders and such, building up for my different expenses. But I do have a little bit more money in a different high yield savings account, and these are buckets that I save for. One is another health bucket, and this is money that I'm saving for future health needs and retirement to help me cover medical costs that aren't covered by Medicare. So I just had put $100 in this account this fall. It's pretty new, and just with interest that's accrued, I now have $110.36. And the reason that's a lot of interest for on $100, but I also have some additional funds in there. So I've been putting money that I want to put into a CD ladder in this account as well, a $500 deposit in September. And then in November, I added $2,000 from 2 CDs that matured. So I'd have in total in this account $26,1036. So this $2,500 I intend to I think I'm going to put it into a CD ladder. Right now the interest rates are so great in this high yield savings account that I may just keep it there for a little bit, but and I'm going to have a separate video about my CD ladder and the monies that I have in there. But the CD ladder money is also a long-term savings to purchase a new car when I'm in retirement as well. I'm trying to build up enough money to have cash to replace my existing current vehicle, in 8 to 10 years. So that's what this money is right here. So other savings opportunities of mine. The only other thing that I thought that I would share with you, and oops, I left it sitting on my printer. Just give me a second. Reach over here. I haven't talked at all about income for the month. And so I did earn a little bit of income this month, but it was not very much. It was probably like the worst month of the year, honestly, in some ways. So this is where I track my income. I make money from eBay, Etsy. I have I sell like this, collectible items on Etsy. And then I have a store where I sell junk journal supplies, and then one that's digital downloads, but they're not related to savings. It's something else. So I've got some Etsy earnings. I did not have any Poshmark sales. Arrived is an investment, real estate investment that I have. I get dividends from that. I do make money on Pango, which is a book selling site. I think I'm going to get paid from Redbubble. That's like a site where you can sell your designs. And I think I didn't have a check in November, but I think I'm getting one in December. I've been making pretty good sales there lately. And then, but they have a threshold and they take a lot of fees. I don't recommend it, but it's just stuff that I've had built up there for years. But yeah, don't waste your time with Redbubble. Amazon KDP, I didn't earn anything. Merch by Amazon, nothing. Rakuten, I did earn a check. They sent me a check for $5.56. I actually really like this site. I do recommend this one. There is, it's like an extension you add onto your browser on your computer, or you can add it onto your phone as well. And then when you make purchases, you get percentage back. And so I don't even know what I bought. I don't, you guys have seen what I spend money on. I don't buy a lot of stuff online, but like if you make, I think I get some of it from Chewy perhaps. Maybe that's where this is coming from. And other places, like I know I've gotten a check, like I bought a pair of Birkenstocks, you get checks back. Just different, retailers will give you a percentage if you have this with this Rakuten app, and they just mail you a check. It's really nice. It's easy, no brainer. Interest, I didn't add these two up. Let me do that really quick. So total interest for the month on my accounts was $74.67, so almost $75 in interest, and I earned $161.17 in dividends on the investments that I have. So a total, so like eBay, well, that's like the worst. I just have not had a good month on eBay, but I didn't add any new listings. And so this is just my old listings selling. And then, yeah, just not a lot. So my total, my target goal was 900. I made 336.68, so not even half that goal. So kind of disappointing, but my dividends were low this month, but this December I tend to get a lot of dividend payments, so that will improve. But at the same time, I have made the decision to curtail my selling of physical items. I'm gonna put a hold. I don't think I'm gonna permanently close it, but I'm not gonna sell on eBay anymore, and I'm gonna take my listings down that are physical items in my Etsy store as well. So that's my plan. I just don't, just some of the things going on with me and my health, I'm gonna take that stress out of my life. So, and I need to look for other ways to try and earn income. That's my goal in the new year. So I can't think of anything else to share with you. I can say I'm going to do a separate video in December about my CD ladder, and I will give an update on my student loan. So my debt pay down, that's my only debt, is my student loans. But I'm not required to make payments on the student loan at this time. Just I've been paying on the what I can when I can. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope your month was better than mine, but if it's not, that's okay. It's all a journey, and I'm like I say, I'm not thrilled about my income, but I really felt like I did a really good job of keeping my budget within check. I didn't go crazy over just like that $20 on food. And to me, that's, you know, good. It's a pretty, not a huge overage. So I'm really thrilled with this has been an area that I have needed to work on, not overspending. So I'm really happy that I was able to rein that in a little bit this month. So thank you again for spending some time with me. I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye-bye.